PrizePicks. Hello everyone, this is Mike with BetBlitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Today's a new day and we are looking to set you up with some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 150 likes, we will be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. Also, at the end of this video, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, and any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. Today we will be getting into the NBA's Sunday slate of games, so take a moment and hit that like button again. If this video gets above 150 likes, we will be dropping bonus picks in our next video for you guys, so take a moment and hit that like button. So for our first pick, we will be under the points plus assist tab, and this time we'll be selecting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for more than 38.5 points plus assist. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourselves, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that this Align SGA has actually exceeded in just 5 of his last 10 games, nearly going over in 6 of them. However, this Align SGA has exceeded in 65% of his last 20 games in his last matchup versus the Philadelphia 76ers. A line that last season SGA exceeded in 51% of the games he played, both regular season and playoffs, and a line that this season SGA has exceeded in nearly 60% of the games he's played. Now, SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder will be facing off against a Philadelphia 76ers defense that this season has been pretty average overall when it comes to defending against their opponents' points plus assists, giving up a fair share amount of points and assists to their opponents overall. And when it comes to defending against opponent guards, while the Sixers are ranked better overall defending this position, they still are giving up a fair share amount of points plus assists to their opponent guards. Here's Philly's defensive numbers against opponent shooting guards for those who want to see that as well. But overall, coming into this game, especially off of a loss for the Oklahoma City Thunder, we do like SGA to come in aggressive and have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that SGA is getting a solid dose of minutes per game through his last 10 games, near 34 minutes per game. And one of the things we do love about SGA is his super high efficiency from the field through his last 10 games, near 20 attempts per game, still shooting close to 60% field goal shooting, which is very impressive to see. And while we would like his three-point output to be a bit higher, still solid nonetheless, near 5 attempts per game through his last 10 games and shooting a very impressive 43% from behind the arc. SGA is also pretty efficient on the free throw line through his last 10 games, 86% free throw shooting on over 7 attempts per game, and SGA has also showed a great ability to play make through his last 10 games, over 11 potential assists per game, which is also very nice to see. So coming into this game, we do like SGA to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. Now in his career, SGA has been a phenomenal scorer as well as playmaker this season, no exception, over 32 points per game through his first 30 games, as well as just under 7 assists per game. And coming into this game again off of a loss and facing off against a Philadelphia 76ers defense who has not been very good overall defending its position, we do like SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder to come out aggressive and for SGA to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking SGA for more than 38.5 points plus assist. Now for our next play, we'll be headed over to the three-pointers made tab, and this time we'll be selecting Steph Curry for less than 4.5 three-pointers made. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this Align Steph has failed to exceed in 5 of his last 10 games, including in 4 straight games. Additionally, this Align Curry has failed to exceed in 55% of his last 20 games. Head-to-head versus the Raptors, this Align Steph Curry's failed to exceed in his last 2 matchups. Last season, this is Align Curry failed to exceed in 60% of the games he played. And this season, this is Align Steph Curry has failed to exceed in 55% of the games he's played. Now, Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors will be facing off against the Toronto Raptors defense that this season has been pretty solid overall when it comes to defending against their opponents' perimeter three-point shooting, not allowing too many threes from their opponents overall. And when it comes to defending against opponent guards specifically, the Toronto Raptors are again top 10 defensively, not allowing too many threes from their opponents at this position. Here's the Raptors' defensive numbers against opponent shooting guards for those who want to see that as well. Again, very solid perimeter defense against their opponent guards. But overall, coming into this game, we don't like Steph Curry to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now, taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Steph Curry is getting a solid dose of minutes per game through his last 10 games, 33 minutes per game. However, his minutes have not necessarily translated to an increase in his overall makes from behind the arc, again falling below this line in the majority of the games he's played this season. And while Curry has been shooting the ball from three pretty solidly overall through his last 10 games, 40% three-point shooting on over 13 attempts per game. Through his last few games, he has been in a bit of a shooting slump. 2 of his last 4 games shooting in the 20% range from behind the arc. And while Curry has obviously been a phenomenal three-point shooter throughout his career, this season just a slight slippage from behind the arc in his three-point percentage. And coming into this game against a Toronto Raptors defense that has been very solid overall defending their perimeter shooting from their opponents, we do like Steph Curry to fall just below this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Steph Curry for less than 4.5 three-pointers made. Now, for those of you guys who are wisely making picks with Underdog as well, we want to share with you a couple of plays that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that is Isaiah Hartenstein for lower than 0.5 double-doubles, as well as Andre Drummond for lower than 0.5 double-doubles. And if you guys like making picks on the traditional PRA stats, but would also like to have access to making picks on whether or not players get double-doubles as well as triple-doubles, click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ, because when you do, you'll receive a free pick as well as $1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, Underdog has been going absolutely insane with all their free picks, discounted player props, as well as promos that they are dropping as gifts in your lobby on a day-to-day basis. In fact, right now, Underdog will give you an additional $100 in bonus cash after you play 5. So make sure you guys aren't leaving any money on the table. If you guys are already on Underdog, make sure to go lock these plays in. We have been cashing out like crazy on Underdog. And if you guys are not, make sure to click our link in the description below. Sign up using code BETBLITZ to claim your free pick and bonus cash. And trust us, your profits will increase. Now for our next play, we'll be under the rebounds plus assists tab. And this time we'll be selecting Cade Cunningham for less than 16.5 rebounds plus assists. Now, taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this line Cunningham has failed to exceed in 5 of his last 10 games. However, one of the things we do love about Outlier is our ability to filter for game-specific conditions. And one of the game-specific conditions we will be filtering out for this game is the number of days of rest for the Detroit Pistons. Coming into this game, they are just 1 day of rest for the team, just on a single day of rest. And coming into this game, we see that this aligned Cade Cunningham has failed to exceed in 7 of his last 10 such games in which the team just had a single day of rest. Additionally, through 20 such games, this aligned Cunningham has failed to exceed in 85% of them. Last season, this aligned Cunningham failed to exceed in 72% of the games he played. And this season, off a single day of rest, this is a line Cade Cunningham has failed to exceed in 80% of such games. Now, Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons will be facing off against a Los Angeles Clippers defense that this season has been pretty average overall when it comes to defending against their opponents' rebounds plus assists, giving up a fair share amount of rebounds plus assists to their opponents overall. And when it comes to defending against opponent point guards, the Los Angeles Clippers are again just the same, pretty average overall in their ranking, but still not giving up too many rebounds plus assists in total. Here's the Clippers' defensive numbers against opponent shooting guards for those of you who want to see that as well. But overall, coming into this game, we don't like Cade Cunningham to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Cade Cunningham is getting a solid dose of minutes per game through his last 10 games, over 34 minutes per game. However, his minutes have not necessarily translated to an increase in his overall rebounds plus assists, especially when it comes to road games and when the team has only had a single day of rest. So while Cade has been a phenomenal playmaker, especially through his last 10 games, as well as rebounder for his position, we don't like Cade Cunningham, especially facing off against a solid Clippers defense when it comes to defending against their opponent playmaking and rebounding, to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now, on his career, Cade has been a phenomenal rebounder as well as playmaker. This season, no exception. However, we still do feel this line is a bit higher than it should be, and facing off against this Clippers defense, who has been pretty solid overall, defending against their opponent's rebounds plus assists, we don't like Cade Cunningham to have plenty of opportunity to exceed this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Cade Cunningham for less than 16.5 rebounds plus assists. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 150 likes, we will be dropping bonus picks for you guys in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. And again, if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you guys would like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. We thank you for watching, we thank you to all of our channel members, and we'll see you in our next video.